I'm Katrina Cotton for Investment Pitch Media. Montreal-based Dynacor Gold Mines reported unaudited record quarterly gold sales. Sales for the second quarter ending June 30th, 2021 increased from $8 million to $42.8 million, an increase of 435% over the same quarter in 2020, ahead of the company's guidance with all numbers in U.S. funds. Net income was $2.2 million, or 6 cents per share, compared to a net loss of $700,000, or 2 cents per share in the second quarter of 2020. Without mitigating the solid performance in the most recent quarter, the second quarter performance in 2020 was significantly impacted by the COVID-19 crisis, with the temporary shutdown of the Veta Dorada plant, resulting in the only quarterly loss recorded by the company since 2010. The company processes gold ore purchased from artisanal miners and the small-scale mining industry, or ASMs, in Peru, with more than 600 registered ASMs currently supplying ore. Ore purchasing and processing continued to be very strong, with 31,280 tons of ore purchased, a new record, and 30,374 tons processed, the highest quarterly volume processed despite downtime periods due to maintenance and plant expansion activities. The inventory of ore on hand for processing exceeded 11,000 tons at the end of the quarter, representing close to 1 month's supply, a 41.5% increase over the inventory at the end of 2020. Given this fast growth in ore purchase volume, management advanced the construction of the Veta Dorada plant expansion, which was originally scheduled for the third quarter. The expansion, budgeted at $1.8 million and funded through internally generated cash flow, was completed in June, well ahead of schedule and under budget. The plant was fully commissioned and successfully ran at 400 tons per day during 11 days in June, an increase from the previous 345 tons per day throughput. Subsequent to the end of the quarter, the daily throughput reached the maximum capacity of 430 tons per day, at rate it has been operating at for the last 5 weeks. Gold equivalent production in the latest quarter amounted to 25,172 ounces, an increase of 14.5% over the 21,975 ounces reported in the first quarter, and the 1,935 ounces produced in the second quarter of 2020, the quarter impacted by COVID-19. The Veta Dorada plant is strategically located 15 minutes off the Pan-American Highway near Chala in southern Peru. As of June 30th, 2021, the company had $13.4 million in cash on hand, up to $11.9 million at the end of December. In February, the company replaced the 1.5 cents Canadian quarterly dividend with a monthly dividend of half a cent Canadian, which was recently increased by 33% to 0.0067 cents Canadian monthly. With decades of experience in Peru, the company intends to expand its processing operations to other jurisdictions. It also owns a gold exploration property in the Apurimac department. The shares are trading at $2.55. For more information, please refer to the company's news release, visit the company's website, Dynacor.com, or contact the company at 514-393-9000, extension 230, or by email at investors@Dynacor.com. I'm Katrina Cotton for Investment Pitch Media.